Hey guys, it's Steph. Thanks for tuning in to How to Plan a Trip to Key West part 1.5. As you should probably know, the Keys are shut down. All of Florida just went on a statewide lockdown. So there's not a lot of need for planning right now because there's so many unknowns. So instead of doing the part 2 of our planning series, we're going to figure out how to bring a little bit more of Key West back to you. Key West is known for key lime pie probably just as much as it is for its roosters. So we have a pretty easy key lime pie recipe that we're going to share with you today. And I want to give you a little history lesson too. So key lime pie started in Key West, as legend has it. Around the turn of the century, canning actually became invented, and sponge divers would go off and they would be at sea for days, weeks at a time, and they would take cans of sweetened condensed milk because you couldn't actually refrigerate milk on a boat back then. So they would take the cans of sweetened condensed milk, they would squeeze some key limes in there and an egg, and then they would leave it sit on like the boat deck, and they'd come back and they'd have a cool little dessert. So that's like the first time that we see something like key lime pie in history. But then the first actual documented recipe came from someone that's been affectionately called Aunt Sally. So if you've ever been walking around Duval Street, or if you've gone to the Key West Cemetery, you probably have seen the family named Curry. So the Curry Mansion you'll probably see. So Curry was actually Key West's first millionaire, and his Aunt Sally would make a key lime pie that is kind of like we know and love today. So I hope you like our version of key lime pie, and please let us know if you try it and anything else you want to see to help us bring the Keys to you while we're all isolated. And thanks for watching. All right, here we go. Let's get started. We are going to get out our rolling pin and 2 packages of graham crackers. I just used like the store brand graham crackers. They were fine. Honey, way to go. Get a Ziploc bag out. Open those suckers up and let's get them in the bag. This is where you can start to take out your quarantine aggression, and we're gonna pound these guys up. You want to get it to a point where it's pretty much like chunky sand, I guess. You don't want it to be like totally powdered. That's why I like to do it myself instead of buying the pre-made graham cracker crumbs. Then we're going to get some key limes. You have to use key lime for this. You cannot substitute regular limes. We're going to go for a pound. I've seen before where I'll get the whole pound and that gets me the whole half a cup I need. But these particular limes are pretty juicy, so I don't think we're going to have to use the whole bag. Same thing with this. I like to squeeze the limes myself. I've gotten the key lime juice, even the good stuff, and it's just not the same as fresh. So let's go ahead and get out the whole half cup. Perfect project for if you're at home quarantining. There we go, half a cup. Let's do this. So now we are going to make the crust. It's one of the best parts of this whole thing. We're gonna dump out all of our crumbs. Then we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I like to do 2 pinches of salt to balance out the sweetness. And a whole stick of butter, totally melted. Then we're going to give that all a mix. You want to make sure it's really incorporated. That way when you bake it off, it will stay together really nicely. That looks pretty good. All right, so now we're going to get it in the pan. The idea is to get it nice and tight. This is a 9 by 9 baking dish. I like to line it with parchment paper so you can get it out really quick and make nice even cuts. The idea is to pack it in as tight as you can. You can use your hands if you want, but I'm using a spatula here. And make sure you really get the corners so it all stays together once you take it out. Now we're going to mix up our wet ingredients. We're going to start with the key lime juice. Then we're going to add our sweetened condensed milk. 1 14-ounce can is good. This is like the best part. This is what makes it so sweet. Then we've got our package of Philadelphia cream cheese. You want to make sure you go for the full fat, not the fake stuff. And then about a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. I also added some lime zest from 1 key lime. You want to mix it together until it's that nice creamy color. If you ever get key lime pie that's green, that stuff's not real. We did bake off the pie crust here first. Go ahead and check the recipe for the details. Then we poured over our key lime mixture. When you take it out, you want it to be nice and firm, not a whole lot of jiggle, and you want to take it out before it starts to brown so you don't overcook it. And then there you go. This recipe is so simple. It comes out perfectly every time. If you wanted to take some shortcuts, I'm sure it would be fine, but I hope you try this so you can bring a little bit of island life into your quarantine. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below if you tried it.